Hello everyone and welcome to Exciting Nuclei channel. So today we are going to build our next project that is rock paper scissors game using the Python basics that we have learned until now. Let me share my screen to start the project. I hope my screen is visible and now we are going to start building this project. So before building this project, let me share some details about this. And that is this is going to be a beginner level project, of course, and this is there will be an extra library that we are going to use, the same as previous project, which is random library. So let's import that, and I will tell you how we are going to use this random library. So before that, let me structure my program and show you how we are going to proceed using this, you can say, going to proceed with this program. So first of all, we are going to create a function. Basically, I'm just going to comment the uses of that function. Basically, we are going to create the first function which will generate the random choice between rock, paper, and scissors. So I hope this is clear. Now we are going to be making this program really modular. We are going to just define a loop, sorry, function, and name it such as computer comp choice. And before going into this program further, first of all, I think I must create some, you can say, input or choices. So the choices are such like rock, paper, and scissors. So these are the three choices, of course, for this game. And also let me write the rules for this game. Basically, it is going to be like a reference for this and for our program. So basically, what it is going to do is, so as we know that rock beats scissors. So we are going to write such expression to basically make the rules. So rock bit scissors and scissors bit paper and pepper bits rock. So this is the kind of thing that we must keep in mind while building the game. Of course, this is not such a big thing, but we have to write that basically to create this code more informative. So now let's define our function. So this function is going to take one argument, which is choices. So this function is more of like a general form, which basically takes input and give us, sorry, not print, but list, and it is going to output us, you can say, string pair, because that's what we want this function to do. Now, using of using random choice, random library, we are going to call function random choice or direct choice and pass the this our choices here and return that. Also, keep in mind that always try to make your function informative so that whoever is seeing this code can easily understand throughout what is going to be the flow of your code and how everything works. So to do that, you have to write something like doc strings. Basically, you can see what I have put it three inverted commas. That is how we write doc string actually. So this function will return us just wait a second. Let me quickly check whether this is yeah. Sorry for the you can say delay. Actually, I was checking whether this is going to be your next project or not. So this is going to be your next project. Sorry. This function will return us the random choice from computer. And now to test this function, we are going to put print statement, and we are going to call this function and pass the choices here to see what we are going to get. Now, when I run this program, we get paper. Now, I am going to use a loop here to basically check whether this is actually printing this random thing in particular format, or maybe everything is random. Basically, to check the randomness, or maybe 11. We forgot putting in here. That's why it is showing error. So as you can see, we get this rock, paper, scissors, paper, paper, another thing, basically random thing. And yes, this function is working. Now let's comment this out and move on to the next function, which is basically going to check basically rules. So this function check, or maybe rather than rules, we are going to say check winner. So this is going to take two things. First is prompt input, prompt choice, maybe, and also we are going to check for user choice, and what this function is going to return us. This is going to return us a string, basically telling us who's the, you can say, winning party. So maybe we can also create a map. Why I am using this map here, I will explain it to you once we have created this, you can say, everything that we want. So as you can see, I have pasted everything here. Now I am going to create this map, rock, paper, and at last we are going to see scissors. Now how this map is going to be used in everything here is by calling global, or rather than global, let me just take a map of choices. This is going to be our dictionary. So how this help? So it is going to help us convert this rock, paper, and scissor to numbers, and it is basically going to help us in writing the logic of checking the winner, and it is going to be like really helpful for us. Now let's start by taking the input. So let's say if user, uh, so we are going to go like we are going to write an if else block, which basically check who is going to win, and let's write this in our doc string. This function is going to check who is winner and return us uh, basically you if user wins, and it is going to return us C if computer wins, and it is going to return us D if there is draw. Now this is what I think this functionality should be for this function, and to actually tell you how this function actually works, first of all let me put slash in here. Okay, now our doc string is looking good. So let's write this function. So basically we have some rules here, you can see, and we just have to write that rules in the here, like if from choice, or maybe let's define a function. First of all, let's pass this, and let's define the function here. You can say beats check beats. Basically, it is going to check for the rules here. That means which rock is going to win if that is appearing. So to define this function, we are going to check beats, and it is going to be in format like let's say choice, or rather than choice, we can say what should be the element, maybe randomly anything else, C1, and that is string, or maybe int, and there is other thing that is C2, that is also int. Why I'm using int here, you will get to know soon enough. So we are going to write. So as you know, we have created this map choices. So we are going to take references from here in such a way like if C1 and if C1 is equal to 0 and C2 is equal to 1. So basically 1, then pass. I'm going to complete this shortly. First, let me just write everything else. 1 is equal to 1 and C2 equal to 2 was if c1 equal to 2. Basically, we have reached this situation here. So first we are checking rock versus paper. Then we are checking paper versus scissors. Then we are checking scissors versus rock. So basically, we have actually created all the cases which might be possible there. Else C1 equal to C2 only. Then we are going to return. What should we return if both the input are equal? Then we may return that maybe something like so what should this function return? Let me tell you. This function is going to return two things. First, it is going to return which choice is going to win, and basically true or false. So, so what I am thinking of doing is actually we are going to take these two choices, user choice and computer choice, then map to them the respective numbers, and we are going to check if beats computer choice and map and user choice true, then it is going to return us something like this. To make this clear, or maybe we might not be needing this function here. We can just simply write everything hard code here. Let's say if comp choice, or maybe we should start with the user choice. If user choice equal to comp choice, then return b. So this is what it is going to return. Also, we are going to get user choice equal to map choices dot get key here is going to be like user choice, and in a similar way we are going to map this choice of computer choice. So this is what this is going to do is it is going to map this function into this and return d, basically draw condition here. Now if we have to write a long condition here. Basically it means if user choice, so as you can see this is going to be like some, let's say for example this is user choice and we want user to win every time for you can say imaginary situation. Then if user is raw, that means 0, then computer choice necessarily be 2, that means 0, 2, 2 and 1, and 1 and 0. These are the possible outcomes that makes user wins. Basically to write this here. So situation in which user wins, let's write this here. Sorry, situations in which user wins, we are going to write them here, or maybe we should write this comment above this elif situation basically. So elif user choice is equal to 0. So I'm going to write some list of choices and basically combinations here. So for the row, so if user input is basically 0, then computer input should be 2. Similarly, if user input is 2, then computer input should be 1. And in a similar way, 1 comma 0. So basically these are the situation which is going to be favorable for our user choice equal to 0 and prompt choice equal to 2. Let's wrap this up or maybe we can enter this or going to say return basically you user wins, else we are going to return C, that means computer wins. So these are the things which we might need to, you can say, think of in advance. Maybe it is not possible to write them in other multiple lines. So that's fine. We don't need that actually. Or maybe we can do that by simply and closing this whole thing into brackets and yeah, now we can write it. So as you can see, we have written our statements here. So this is what this function is going to return. So let me check this function for an you can say random output, and the random output can be, let's say, user choice is going to be rock, and computer choice is going to be this computer choice, and we want to check from a user, then okay we get choices. Okay, I think we forgot to put something here. Oh, right, we forgot to put choices here actually. Okay, we again forgot this map choices. Maybe we could write them. Let me print put the print statement here actually. Actually, forgot to put print statement everywhere. That's why we are not seeing any kind of output. Yeah. Oh, I think print C. So basically, it is saying computer wins. And to verify the choices, also let's put print statement here, which says computer choice, and here we are going to pass computer, and then we are going to say user choice, and here we are going to call user. So here computer choose to play scissors and user choose to play rock. So we know that rock beats scissors. That's why it is giving us user u. Now in the similar format, if I run this multiple times, we get to see that there are also situations where there is draw. Okay, good. That means our functions are working quite well. Now there is only one thing that pending for us to write. That means the game logic, or you can say UI console part, and maybe we can do one thing. We can say we can ask user for input in the digit format, then map that digit again into this string part, or maybe rather than map choices, or we can say user map, and this map can be created in such a way like okay, let me cut this rock here, put that here, and the similar way, let's create a dictionary which maps numbers, basically reverse of this map choices, that is going to help us a lot. Now let's write the logic for which we have been waiting. Oh, there is also one thing that we forgot to change actually here. I hope, thank God, we notice it sooner. So that's good. Now let's write for loop range, let's say 5 or maybe 10 to actually check whether this is running fine for multiple runs. Okay, computer choice, user choice is going to be constant, as you know already know. So scissors, paper, paper, scissors, paper, paper, scissors, paper, paper, row. So okay, this function is working, and now let's create some variables at the top after importing, or maybe sorry constants. Now there is one thing that we must keep in mind whenever we are going to create some constant values. We must use uppercase because that's what good practice comes under. So you can say scores for and replace and you can say win probability. So win probability is going to be calculated by the score divided by replace. So why I am doing this? Let me write that into the comment that the score is going to be every time user wins. we are going to add one to it. So necessarily these are the count of winning, and the replace is basically showing us how many times user choose to play. So this is the thing that we are going to keep in mind. And for the first thing, if replace is not equal to, so this is the thing that we must keep in mind, that so this statement is too much, because you can say at first win probability of course is going to be infinite, because the replace is actually zero whenever this code is initialized. So at that time we are going to print NA here, because user has not played yet any matches so far. So and after, you can say, even the one replay, we are going to say that okay, now the replay is one, and whatever the score it is, of course, it is not going to exceed one. We are going to give the user winning probability, so that can be, you can say, seen here. So now, what we are going to print is print first of all f string, and then we are going to print a simple thing, that is uh, score, user score basically, and that can be done by using this for part. And then we are going to write replace, and the replace is going to be the replace that we have written, and also there is going to be the win user win probability, and here is going to be printed here like this. Now we are just going to put a simple check. What kind of simple check? Let's say if check user input is basically if user is winning, our function is going to return us u. Then do one thing, update the score in a form like this, and also update, and also at the last we are going to update the replay by one every time. Now if I execute this code, so as you can see, NA is not getting updated. So yeah, that's to be expected, but it should be, you can say, updated by now. And why is it happening so? You must think about that. Uh, Basically, the win probability should have changed after running this code. I don't know why it is not actually updating. Maybe that's not something to keep constant here. Oh, right, right, right. We need not to keep this constant. Z. Okay, we need not to keep that constant here actually. We can just simply win We can just simply create a variable here. In probability is equal to, let's say for now 100%, and for every loop we are going to update this is going to be updated in such a way maybe if is none, then return else in probability is going to be score divided by replace. So I hope this time it's work. Okay, now it's working. So as you can see, after 10th iteration, our win probability just got below 0.25%. That means 1/4 time user is getting lows. So let's clear it. Also, maybe we need to round this number. So basically, for decimal places, round 4, and here we can just simply put, let's simply multiply it by 100. Here you can see our win probability is at the last, just updating with time. And now let's write the main part of our function. Not the main, actually we have created the main part. We just have to now create, you can say, while loop or main loop for our function. While true, and we are just going to use this as it is. Now, rather than using this rock by default, we are going to put an input function and basically typecast it to the integer. Why integer? I'm going to show you. Enter your choice. I hope everything works fine now. Okay, now this is asking for a user input. Now we are going to print menu here. Let's create a menu, simple menu. M here is going to be, so this is a multiple line string or comments that can be used. So in this, we are going to write first of all welcome statement. Welcome to rock paper scissors game by excited nuclei. Uh, Please select the option following for your choice. So this is what we are going to do. So first of all, we are going to rock press or maybe we can create something like this: possession choice plus row, and then putting one here, press this, and in a similar format we can do like paper. So now we have created something like a menu from where we can guide our user to basically select the choices as per his need, user or exit. Yeah, of course, how can we forget to exit the infinite loop? Otherwise, it's going to make a big blunder for us. One, two, and three. So here we can also update this one, or maybe there is no need to update that. We can just simply update that here. Yeah, to exit, let's say for 0, 1, 2, and press 4 to exit. Now we are going to check if, okay, let's check that at the top here, if user input, we are printing M here, if user equal to 4, or maybe not equal to 4, then do all the things that we have been doing, else print the score, win probability, and all those things. Print, thanks for playing with us. Now and at last, break this loop, and I believe everything is just good. You can say everything is ready for us to run and test. We just cut this here, and again, of course, computer is going to make a first choice. Mm, okay, it's asking for us to enter our choice. Here is a blank space. It should not be there ideally. We are going to see about that later. But before, let's say I want to exit that loop. Say is none%. Let's clear it first because it's making some clutter. And let's settle this score here. And how is it showing? And for here, we can just simply put, now it's working. but still it is not looking good. So we are going to clear that. Of course, the presentation is something that everyone must focus on. The first, so okay, this is good. Now let's exit it again. And also, there is again one space. Now it's good. And maybe I should put new line character here because every time I want this into the new line. Okay, now it's looking good in the space here, which is not good. Let's just get this. Now it's looking fine. Let's say if I choose to play rock, it says computer choice is also rock, user choice is zero. Yeah, that is a problem because we haven't mapped our choice according to the computer scores. So what we can do is we can simply pass user choice. Where is it? Yeah, there. So what we can do is we can just simply user map dot get, and let's say if again I want to play rock here. So this time I am going to get something like this rock, scissors and rock. So here we should also print some message that says computer wins, yeah, or maybe user wins and user score updated and replace updated, user score updated and win probability basically. So let's also do that. So now what we are going to do is we are just going to print a message. Let's say print user wins score. We are going to update the score else, or maybe rather than else, we are going to first also check if there is a draw. Why not? There is no updation of scores. We are just going to print there is a draw. Basically, to tell the user what's happening at the backend. Else print you fail. And here also I should type you win, and rather than user your score, uh, I'm just not going to write everything here every time. Just going to put your choice and also it's going to change here. So let's run this again. Name user is not defined in line 1 in module user. So okay, we get to face our first error after changing everything. Let's see where this is happening. Okay, user, user. Everything is working just fine. Let's search for your. And first of all, let's go to next your, 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 your. You should work fine. Okay. So now I choose to play zero and I fail. My score should update. Let's say if I choose to play one this time, again I fail. I choose to play two, zero, one. Okay, let's just put one every time. Three. Okay, we are just getting fail every time. What a terrible luck we have. Why I am failing repeatedly? I don't get to see. Okay, just it's just a matter of terrible luck, I think. Uh, maybe it has chosen. Maybe there is some kind of error because let's say computer choices. Let's recap whatever we choice we have made up until now. So yeah, let's start. So there are too many replays actually we have done. So as you can see, first our choice is rock. Of course, rock is going to be loss. Then computer choice is rock. We should actually okay. I get where there might be the issue. Let's put this computer choice at the back first. Okay, user choice should be a string, not something. And but we have passed user here as it is, which creates our error. And I believe after updating everything, it should work just fine. Let's say if I put one, two, okay, I'm just going to put one here and see. So now my win probability is changing every time. Okay, we also have to check for the cases like this. If there is an invalid input, we should not count that part. Let's exit this loop. And yeah, win probabilities are getting updated every time. Let's clear this. And at last, quickly check for our, you can say, inputs. Okay, we have 0, 1, 2, 4. Okay, where is it? Where is it? User is not equal to 4. and user in 0, 1, 2, 4. So basically, we are also going to make sure that users must be in choice 0, 1, 2, and here we might not even need to put something like this here. We can just remove this because we are making sure that user must only select this three inputs which are row preferences respectively. So and else we are going to say not every time we are going to break this statement. If user equal to 4, then we are going to break. Else we are going to say invalid input user. So let's say I put something like this. It says invalid input, and let's say if I put 2 here, replay is not getting updated. There is a draw. Now again to, again to. We are good. Also, let's consider a situation where the user input is null or basically null data type. So that part 2 is going to be and not user not null. So this also not null. So let's wrap this whole thing. Okay, let's wrap this whole into another if else block, which basically handles for the if the user is not null, then do everything that we have done, else print please give input to game. Let's say if I enter empty here, maybe it should be printing us some error. Not error, basically it should be printing us something with something. I don't know why it is not doing so. Let's just ignore that. So we have created this app successfully, and it is just working fine. As you can see, our user filling probability is actually updating every time. So with this, we can say that we have successfully completed our rock paper scissors game. I hope you like this game, and let's meet in the next video, new project. So until then, please keep watching our video, and if you have any suggestion, please put them into the comments. So it can be anything else. So that's all, and thank you.